right. Well, as I said, thanks for joining us today. My name's Jen White. I'm the Director of Student Engagement at the Manufacturing Institute. I'm sure several of you have attended prior webinars or we've communicated somehow about MFG Day, but I'm excited that you have joined us today to talk about sponsorship opportunities. So as a reminder, we will celebrate MFG Day nationally this year on Friday, October 4th. We do celebrate it every year on the first Friday in October. However, we see celebrations begin in September, continue into November. October is considered manufacturing month, so a lot of heavy activity during that month, not just in events physically, but also a lot of activity across social media and media in general. So a very exciting initiative. If you are not real familiar with MFG Day in general and would like a little bit more information on the background side of it and how the Manufacturing Institute supports manufacturers and their partners in hosting and preparing for impactful events, happy to cover that. Happy to share the previous webinars that we have done with you that focus a little bit more on that side of things. But again, today we're here to talk about sponsoring MFG Day. So we'll hit just a brief overview here of the connection between the Manufacturing Institute and MFG or Manufacturing Day. We'll talk about the benefits of sponsoring the initiative, what different types of sponsorships can look like, and the kind of deliverables that are a part of each of that, and then next steps. So, and I'm pleased today to have with me Rachel Scheffler, who is the AVP and Head of Partnerships and Philanthropy at the Manufacturing Institute. So at this time, Rachel, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
Thanks, Jen. Hey, everybody. Thanks for spending a half hour out of your afternoon with us. We appreciate you logging on this afternoon, if it's afternoon where you are. Yes, my name is Rachel Scheffler. I joined Jen on the MI team, and the MFG Day initiative is one of our programs that we work on together, specifically in benefit of our student engagement pillar at the MI. So some of you may have direct engagements with us at the MI. Others, you may have an entree into our work through your potential membership in the NAM or the National Association of Manufacturers. We are the NAM's Workforce and Education affiliate. So we are the 501c3 charitable nonprofit organization that complements the work of the NAM. So MFG Day and the different activities that we do around that and student engagement is in direct support of the Institute's work. So my role today is to give you a little bit of an entree into why. Why do we do this? We do this because it's important for us to inspire the next generation of youth into understanding what is manufacturing, what happens in all of the organizations that you all work for and that you work in, and that you're interested and care about, and really around visibility for your organization, saying that we care about manufacturing, we care about positively influencing students, and really want to pull together and do what we can as an industry to make those positive connections with students and educators. So we use this day, as Jen said, as a way for us to celebrate the work that happens in manufacturing organizations, and also then, like I said, to support the student engagement initiatives that we run through the work of the Institute. We have a number of tools that are already developed and available to help you should you want to host events in your manufacturing facilities across the country. They can be large scale, they can be small scale. From my experience, I've heard that many of our manufacturing partners love to engage their ESG groups or their employee engagement groups that maybe would want to coordinate something for students or for your community, meaning opening up your doors and inviting them to come in and see the work that you do every day and really what goes into the manufacturing industry. Okay, Jen, if you go to the next slide. So benefits of sponsorship. So to kind of simplify this for you all, it is a way for you to have positive brand association with the industry. So MFG Day is a nationally recognized event. It's a nationally recognized initiative, and we at the Manufacturing Institute are lucky enough to be able to own that brand and are able to coordinate activities on behalf of National MFG Day. It also provides positivity for you as an organization within the community that really just says we are invested in manufacturing, we care about youth, and we want to be associated with the manufacturing industry and with the brand of MFG Day. It also allows you to access the resources that we have created and made available. And it just provides another layer of positive recognition for your company that you want to do something to help encourage the next generation of students in the industry. Next, Jen. So when we look at layers of sponsorship, we're going to start out with what I like to say is kind of like a flagship event. This is by near and far not for everyone, but this is something that we do have on our sponsorship prospectus. And it's for an organization that is really interested in making what I would call a big splash around Manufacturing Day. It is our platinum event sponsorship. And this is really where we as a team would coordinate an on-site event that we would look to bring in students, we'd look to bring in educators, we'd look to bring in community organizations to your facility, coordinate that with some tours, perhaps some remarks, engagement with students. And so again, this is not necessarily for everyone, but this is for an organization that really has a vested interest in making a very big presence with Manufacturing Day. We're going to show you a video next, just to give you a little taste of what this event looked like last year with one of our sponsors, which was BASF. We'll play this video for you in just a second.
And real quick, I just wanted to add, as we go through these slides, you're going to see the different deliverables that align with each of the different sponsorship levels. We'll also share the sponsorship prospectus with you that has these in detail, so you can read through those a little bit more deeply on your own. And then I'll also share out this recording as well as the slides in a follow-up email next week. So don't feel like you have to read through all of this right at the moment.
Today is National Manufacturing Day. I'm thrilled because I've already been able to see our students from Essentia Parish experiencing some wonderful opportunities for their futures.
Coming out and seeing firsthand what careers are like in modern manufacturing is a difference maker in helping propel students to choose their own future. Because after all, students can't be what they can't see, and these are great family supporting jobs.
This is the beginning of a renaissance for the manufacturing industry, but most importantly, as far as I'm concerned, this is a renaissance for the people of Southeast Louisiana and the students and communities that we serve right here in the River region. And that renaissance starts with collaboration.
And that's why opening the door to facilities like this, showing them a physical plant like this, and showing them the training opportunities they have, that these careers can be theirs when they achieve the skills that we need in today's modern manufacturing.
I will tell you it's through these kids and it's through the efforts like this with RPCC that I know that future is going to be more sustainable and it's going to be very bright.
Today,
So I wanted to highlight too, that was our event last year that we did. BASF was our platinum event sponsor in 2023. And they essentially, identified that they wanted to do a community-based event, and they wanted to incorporate their community college, who had built this beautiful new campus and had some wonderful training equipment and things for programs that would benefit the manufacturers in general in that area. But very few people were familiar with what that campus looked like because of its kind of set back a little ways, not kind of right in town. And so we brought, I think, about 550, mostly 8th grade students. There were some high school students and 6th and 7th graders sprinkled in there as well. But those students got to do tours and participate in hands-on activities throughout the different college programs that were relative to manufacturing. And then they also invited in all of the community manufacturers. So while BASF was, kind enough to sponsor MFG Day and sponsor this specific event, they wanted to make sure that their other partner manufacturers in the community were represented as well. So they each came in and had different stations set up with hands-on activities for the kids as well. So the kids got to move about. You saw there in the video, they have a pet plant that students are able to train on, and we were able to take those students up into that trainer so they could kind of see things firsthand in a very safe environment. So it was an incredibly successful event. They are planning it again in partnership with River Parishes Community College, their education partner. So excited to see what they do again this year. But that's just an example of what a platinum flagship MFG Day event could look like if you were interested in something like that. So moving on, we also offer what we call promotional sponsorships. So these are more, not so much event specific, but these are more about connecting your brand with MFG Day. And through these sponsorships, you're supporting the work of student engagement at the Manufacturing Institute in terms of kind of year round, what we're doing to really trying to spread awareness of manufacturing careers and create positive perceptions and improve those perceptions that are already out there. But two, this is helping to really spread the word about your support, but more importantly, about the opportunities in manufacturers or in manufacturing around MFG Day. So in all of these different sponsorship levels, we'll go through them here. All of them, we've got platinum, gold, silver, bronze. And then we also last year introduced what we call Friends of MFG Day or a Friend of MFG Day. Every level is going to include these things that you see right here. So each sponsor would get an MFG Day sponsor logo specific to their level, a branded gift. And I'm going to show you a couple examples of these here in a moment that you can just display in your company or organization office to show your support of MFG Day. We're going to blast it on social media that you are an official sponsor or supporter as well. We provide an MFG Day summary and audience reach report later in the year once we've had the time to kind of consolidate everything, all of the activity that has happened on social media, because again, that continues all through the month of October and even into November. So we want to be sure we're providing a very all-encompassing report there. And then you also would receive recognition across all of our MFG Day channels. So social media, on mfgday.com, through different webinars, newsletters that we send out, so on and so forth. And then after MFG Day, we also do a highlight video, and on there, all of our sponsors are also recognized. Now, what that recognition looks like may vary a little bit based on the package level.
And I would add, Jen, just for the attendees on this call today, these promotional sponsorships are put together in a way that we at the Institute will bear the kind of like the work behind the scenes, so that this is meant to be a turnkey opportunity for you as a manufacturing company to support an initiative that is in line with the work that you do, but allowing us as the team to support you on the back end to provide all of the visibility and credit for supporting this initiative. So it's meant to be very turnkey and very easy to plug into and just be a part of the movement.
Yep. And as we look through here, we really tried to be more inclusive of giving any organization, regardless of your size, the ability to be connected with National MFG Day. Was really excited last year when we introduced the Friend of MFG Day level that starts at $1,000. We had Impact Washington, the MEP out in Washington State, come in as a Friend of MFG Day, as well as some others. So because like this is open to anybody. So if you are a supporter of manufacturing, if you're a partner of manufacturing, I know we've got some education partners, I think, on the call, and a couple state associations potentially. So know that there are opportunities here for everyone to align. So we talked about that platinum event sponsorship. I also want to share that as a platinum event sponsor, that would also receive all of the things that are included in this platinum promotional sponsor level as well. But again, I don't want to read through all of these because we're going to share out the prospectus and the slides so you can take a look at them and kind of compare things yourself. But essentially, this is a platinum sponsor is going to be, really front and center logo. You also receive a custom highlight in the NAM input, which is sent out to all NAM member companies. So it's got thousands of readers, I believe, and that would demonstrate your support of MFG Day. An article, a company selected article being featured in Leading Edge Smart Brief, which essentially highlights outstanding work that's happening throughout the industry, things that are kind of leading examples that are beneficial for other companies to read about as well. Acknowledgement as 6 manufacturing specific content graphics. So this is something you're going to see in all of these different levels. It's just going to be a difference in the number of those that are going to be included. So these are things that are highlighting, they're targeted to students and educators. So think about when we talk about building awareness of manufacturing careers, establishing positive perceptions. These are graphics and things that would include stuff that would create those feelings and spread that awareness to students. So highlighting different career or like job titles and what might be a part of what they might do, what training opportunities might lend itself to different things in manufacturing, and so on and so forth. And it could just be facts about manufacturing that maybe most students or parents may not know as well. And then you also see, I'm going to hop down to the bottom where it says up to 30 placements on MFG Day digital channels through October. Those are more acknowledging your support of MFG Day. So thanking your organization as a sponsor. So again, that's going to be included in all of these different levels, just different numbers of those, if you will. And then we also work directly with your organization at this level for a joint press release announcing your platinum sponsorship as well. So then looking down at the gold promotional sponsor, several similarities here you'll see. However, this is still a company logo being featured, a company spotlight in an MFG Day email newsletter that would go out that would focus on you or your organization specifically in that. The Smart Brief article is included in this level as well. And now you'll see it goes down to 4 acknowledging or like bringing this information to the public on your behalf, essentially, or like imagine like powered by so-and-so or brought to you by so-and-so. Again, here we'll also do the joint press release. And then this is going to include 20 placements on our MFG Day digital channels. Silver sponsorship at $10,000 is, again, going to include the company logo. We're still doing a recognition of you in an MFG Day newsletter, but that's not going to be a specific highlight per se. And then we drop down to the 2 manufacturing specific graphics. This is going to be a joint press release template that we would provide to you to release and distribute to acknowledge your sponsorship And then again, those placements drops down to 10 there on those digital channels. Bronze is at the $5,000 level. So now rather than the logo, this is going to include the organization name in the recognition areas. Still getting recognition in a MFG Day newsletter as a sponsor. And now you see it drops down to the one manufacturing specific content graphic. You would still get the joint press release template and 5 placements on social media channels. And then I want you to keep in mind too, all of those things on that very first slide that I said were included in all of these different levels. Don't forget that those are still a part of this as well. And then the Friend of MFG Day, this was the new one that we created last year to be sure that even our small manufacturers and other partner organizations felt like they could really get involved as a National MFG Day sponsor. Again, name is listed on all of our sponsorship materials, and then a placement on MFG Day digital channels that goes out to our national audience, spreading that awareness of your support. So those are the different package levels that we offer. And so next steps, if you think that you may be interested, you want to talk more, you want to bring somebody else in from your organization to talk more about sponsorship, we are happy to do that. We want to have those conversations with you. So we will share the full sponsorship prospectus. That'll be in the follow-up email. And if you give me a minute here, I'll pop it into the chat so you can have that right away. You also can find that on mfgday.com. And there's a tab at the top that says Get Involved. If you click on that Get Involved tab, right there at the top, you'll see the 2024 MFG Day sponsorship prospectus. You can reach out to either Rachel or myself with any questions. I will let you know, I'm actually going to be out of the office starting tomorrow for the next week. So if you don't get a response from me immediately, that would be why. And then Rachel's going to be out the following week. So we will definitely tag team those. When you get the follow-up, this is going to have both of our email addresses hyperlinked in here. So easy to reach us. And then you also on mfgday.com under that Get Involved tab, we also have a form that you can fill out right there to express your interest in sponsorship. You can provide your contact information, and you can even, share there if there's a specific level that you're interested in, and that'll come directly to us, and we'll get in touch with you from there too. So several different ways to reach out to us. But again, if you have questions, if you're just not sure, if you want us to elaborate a little more, or even go into a little more depth about what some of these things may mean, we are happy to have those conversations. So that brings us to the end of our slides. I do also offer MFG Day office hours that you are welcome to schedule some time. This is just a 25-minute block of one-on-one time. And this will be hyperlinked here when you get the follow-up slides. And then our final MFG Day webinar that focuses on marketing, like your MFG Day events, working with students, talking with students, all those types of things are covered in this final webinar. It'll be the 4th of our 4-part series. That's going to be on June 27th at 2:30 p.m. So I encourage you to attend that as well. But at this time, I would love to open it up to questions. If anybody has any, you can also type them in the chat over there if you'd like. And Rachel shared our email addresses in the chat. Thank you, Rachel. But I open the floor to you all if you have anything. Well, I don't see any questions. I don't hear any questions. So with that, again, please feel free to reach out directly to us. But I appreciate you taking the time to come and listen and learn more today. And we hope that you will consider becoming an MFG Day sponsor. But otherwise, everyone have a wonderful day.
Thank you.